Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the eighth house. Welcome to all my eighth housers. Welcome to Tales of the Eighth House. So we're gonna do a little fun little reading. We're gonna do a story time and we're gonna do a reading. Um, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, y'all. Um, so basically, the dream world or the astral realm has been very active. And let me get my cards. I'm getting my cards right now. And I wasn't able to really remember a whole lot of it, but this one that I just had, this one that I just had right here, I actually remember it. It's a lot of different scenes though, but I was on this like astral highway. I was driving on this like astral highway or whatever, and it looked like I may have fell asleep on the road on this astral highway. It just seemed like first I was driving on the astral highway, whatever. Just I always dream about highways and stuff. So I'm just driving through the astral highway. It's like, again with the blue, dark blue, purplish in between type of world. So I'm just driving. And then next thing you know, it seemed like I may have fell asleep at the wheel or I just kind of drifted off or whatever, something. And then next thing you know, my car pulls up in front of this gate. It was not really a gate, but like a kind of looked like elevator doors, like golden elevator doors. And it was beautiful in front of me. It was like I felt like I was like, damn, did I die or something? Like what happened? First I'm driving and I see this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So then like, okay. So I look and it's like a golden elevator. It's like a golden elevator, closed doors. And there's like these beautiful flowers all around it of different colors. Beautiful like hibiscus and all kind of exotic beautiful flowers that are surrounding it, and they're bright and the colors are magnetized and it's like moving around. And there was like little clouds and maybe a little bit of running water behind it, or on the sides or something like that. It was beautiful, and I was just like, it didn't open, but I was just looking at it like, and the next thing you know, I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking, I'm like, am I dead? Like, what the fuck? Right? Say I'm smoking a blunt now. I'm standing right by the damn incense, making me cough. My bad. So then, when I get there, all of a sudden the scene changes. I think that happened a few times in the dream. I don't remember all the scenes. I just remember the last two, just before I woke up. So then, like, okay, so then I end up in this place, and it's like this like little astral trap house type shit. Like they had that like in between type shit, like that like in between type of world where everything is like dark purple, dark bluish purple color. And I thought that was interesting because that's kind of similar to the dream that I had a few months ago. I think that was in like I think it was in December or something like that, December, January. I had like a dream where I jumped into, I think it's called jumping into the void. Oh, excuse me. Jumping into the void. Y'all check out that video. It's on my main channel. I'll put the link in the description box or in the comment section. I'm gonna put it in there so you guys can check it out. But it's called something like a deep dive into the void. Yes, that's why I did a reading. I did a dream interpretation reading of me jumping through these dark blue, purplish waters, and excuse me, that was a transformation. Hold on, let me get something to drink. Oh no, I got that apple cider vinegar juice. So I'm actually making me some. I'm warming up some water on the kettle because I want to make some golden milk. So let me wet my whistle with something. Let's see. Let's have some almond milk while I wait. Let's have a little almond milk. Oh, I got some water right here. My bad, y'all. I was standing close to the incense that was burning, and I was smoking a blunt. My bad. Sorry, y'all. So then, okay. So yeah. So then I end up in this like astral trap house and shit, and then there's just like this bubbly black liquid substance on the floor. It's like some type of portal or something, right? And I'm looking at it, whatever, and it was some type of instructions that was being told to me by a voice. It was an unrecognizable voice. I don't know if it was the voice, because I was listening to some subliminals. So I was like, is this the voice of the subliminal maker? Who is this voice? Because I don't recognize this voice, right? So it's basically saying like, go into the portal, go into the portal, go into the portal. And I just felt suspicious, like, who the fuck who are you? At least tell me who you are, you know? Right? So I actually kind of like tested it out a little bit. It was almost like you had to get into the portal. It's on the ground, and you have to lay face down. But it was like a bubbly black liquid. So I did it halfway. You know, I got on my knees. I got inside the puddle, went like this, put my face down, but then I just didn't want to go all the way down. So I was like, nah, I don't know. So I go back and I sit on the couch. And then my daughter, like, she tend to dream. Sometimes she likes to dream. We have like shared dreaming. Sometimes she can walk into my dream. She hasn't done that in a while, but she actually walked inside this dream because she was sleeping in my room last night. She got her own room, but sometimes she like just sleeping with me and hanging out, whatever, we fall asleep, whatever. So, anyways, my big baby. So, anyways, she was in the dream, and then some other unidentified person, but they were very familiar. It was some other unidentified person, but it was definitely a loved one. I felt them. And we were just sitting on the couch. We still in this like abandoned, kind of like a astral trap house thing. It was just kind of like, and then I had saw other people. I saw like my, I think I saw my, two of my sisters and a group of some other people. So I'm thinking, are they dead too? Whatever, whatever. But apparently they weren't. But they told me that I died. Even the voice was telling me that, like, okay, you die, you're going to go through this portal, da da da. So when I talked to my sisters, I was like, damn, man, I guess this is it, man. I said, well, you know, I'm talking to my sisters, and I'm like, take care of my daughter, da da da. I'm just saying all the stuff. I remember feeling that way. I really thought that I was dead, so I was just like, yeah, so, you know, tell her, da da. But then for some reason, the way how they were reacting was, it was kind of like an emotionless, but just inform me like, you're gone, and this and that or whatever. I don't know. I think they were just symbols. I think they were just symbols in a dream. Different aspects of myself, I guess. But I was like, well, you here too, so you must be dead too. I don't know, you know. But it, like they were going back to wherever they came from or whatever, and I was stuck in this place, in this house. So then my daughter ended up coming into my dream. Like I said, she liked to walk in. She liked to do, she liked to, what do they call it? Dream walkers. So anyway, she come through, and we sitting on the couch, me, her, and an unidentified loved one. And then I said, okay, let's just go ahead and go in here, because it looks like we ain't going to go anywhere until we go through this black bubbly portal. Looks like we're not going to, we're just going to be stuck here. So I said, come on. Let's go. I told my daughter and the other person, I said, come on, guys, let's go into the portal. As soon as we walked towards it, I woke up. It's crazy. Sometimes the lucid world or the astral world could be so fucking real. It make you think that you forgot that you slept in your house last night. Like, I forgot that I slept in my house last night. I really thought that I was out in the streets driving and fell asleep at the wheel or some shit. So here's what I think. I think that maybe this is just a theory or whatever, right? I think that maybe I was living one of my dimensional lives, because that's what we do when we go to sleep sometimes. We go live our other dimensional lives. So I think in one of my other dimensional lives, I may have fell asleep at the wheel. I may have been driving down a highway. You know, another version of me, living another version of my life, right? Driving down the highway. in my parallel universe, and somehow I fell fell asleep at the wheel in the parallel universe, and then I end up waking up. No, not waking up. I fell asleep on driving on this astral highway, which could have been me in another parallel universe. And I fell asleep at the wheel, probably died, and had to go through some kind of portal. Maybe the portal would have taken me to another life or something like that. But I was scared. I see 11:11 on the timer. I was scared that for some reason, because when I had first had this the other dream, the deep dive into the void, I wasn't scared at all. I jumped off of a bridge. This is in a dream, not in real life. I was in the in between, and I was at like a bridgeway, and I jumped into a dark blue and purplish waters, and it took me somewhere. So it was like a mode of transportation. So this one in particular, this dream I had, I was driving down the astral highway, traveling, and then I ended up at this like golden elevator shrine looking thing. It looked like I thought I was dead. Like, okay, this is where the dead people go or whatever. And then next thing you know, the scene changes and I end up in this astral type of trap house. Again, that dark in between world type of color where it's purple and bluish and shit like that. And I'm seeing people coming through, coming out. Like, there's some passerbyers or whatever. But it was all about that black, bubbly, liquid substance that was on the floor. It looked like black gold, Texas tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. Kind of like that black stuff that's like dark matter. Kind of like what you see off of like that movie Lucy, that black matter stuff, like that. So it was just bubbling stuff. And I almost went in there all the way, but I didn't let myself go. Because I was like, who is this voice that's directing me? And I don't know if what that voice was. I don't know if it had something to do with the subliminals I was listening to. It's just a hypothesis, a subliminals I was listening to. Am I listening to that person give directions, or is this person like the dream architect, like how it is on the Matrix? I don't know. So, but I heard their voice, very light, feminine voice, kind of sounds like a young Asian girl, maybe a young Asian girl, young white girl, something like that. All right, you guys, I'm back. So yeah, that was pretty much the dream, y'all. Ain't that crazy? Like, that's pretty much the dream. I don't remember everything, but I do remember those two last scenes. So this time the mode of transportation was um, the highway. The other time recently, a few months ago, was a bridgeway, like a bridge, crossing a bridge, right? I called it the bridge of the in between. This one was traveling through highways. So I always have these dreams where I'm driving and traveling through the highways at night. And the highways look like the highways that I've drived here in California or other places that I lived at and stuff like that. It'll kind of look like that. You know what I'm saying? But very peculiar dream, though. Very peculiar dream. So what we're gonna do is that's pretty much my hypothesis about this little story time or whatever. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little tarot reading. Okay. The reason why I decided to put it on this channel is because this is my eighth house channel. This is the death channel. And in the dream, I was told that I died. So I went to this website. Shout out to cheetah.com, chitta.com, chitta.com. Go to that website. I forgot the name of the YouTube channel, but the name of the website is www.cheetah.com. So I went there and I got an interpretation. This is where you can go to that website and you could type in your dreams and astral experiences, and then they will break it down, and then they'll ask you what's going on currently in your life right now in your waking world, and then they'll go take an even like deeper dive into interpreting that. So it was basically telling me that because I did say that I had took you know what they call like a spiritual shower, which is kind of like a spiritual bath, but like a shower that how you can like shift to another parallel universe, another reality through taking a shower. So I've heard about that technique over social media. So I did one yesterday. You know, I gave myself some like affirmations and visualizations, and basically said when I get out of this shower, dot dot dot, I'm gonna be in my most desirable reality after I get out the shower. I also swept and mopped my floors and used La Bamba. Like I basically cleansed my floors and put in some like some house blessing spiritual wash in my mop water. I was burning my incense, and I have my rituals going right now and stuff like that, right? So, you know, I'm just getting all prepared. And yesterday, I spent most of my day just listening to subliminals, and I came across this one girl. You know those subliminals that say if you find this before such and such date, this is gonna happen. Like you know, so it just happened to come up on my algorithm, and after I had set my intentions, and the things I was seeing on my algorithm was exactly what I was visioning in my mind, like certain things, and I was just like, oh okay. So I started clicking away. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's pretty much what happened with that. Like, I can actually remember it, which is good. And it's kind of like a similar theme, a mode of transportation bouncing between worlds to worlds. The dark blue and the dark red, the dark purplish type of color that I always see. Um, so this one was so vivid and felt so real. So I really honestly think that I was living one of my multidimensional lives and my multidimensional self, and I was driving, and next thing I just ended up in front of this place. So maybe one of my parallel selves passed or whatever, or had some weird astral experience that I was experiencing it with them. So I said, let's just go through this little portal right here. Let's just go. And as soon as we decided to go through the portal, I woke up. So it's like, did I actually make it to the portal, or did I psych myself out? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Like, did I psych myself out? Because the only thing that had me tripping was I heard a voice, and I couldn't trust it because it's like, who the fuck is telling me anything? Like, are you the dream? Are you the architect of the Matrix? Like, who are you? Like, announce yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, identify yourself. You feel me? It remind me of that skit. It was a skit on Instagram, and it was like a what if it was like the scary movie mask, the scary movie parody. And it was like, what if they called an African lady? And it was and then the screen thing started calling the African lady, and the lady said, identify yourself. I am making fufu. I am making fufu. And then, then the nigga called her, and he was like, do you like scary movies? She said, what? Who is this? Identify yourself. Okay. That shit had me think about that. But I was just like, well, yeah, when I heard that voice, I'm like, bitch, who the fuck are you? And then I'm thinking, I'm like, is that the subliminal maker? I did make like a little playlist before I went to sleep. I had a few astrology videos, a few binaural beats videos, and then I had some subliminals at the very end. Cause I was like, let me just shop around and see what's the new subliminals that are out. I am an avid supporter of the subliminals community for a couple of years now. Let me see. I started listening to subs like around basically during the pandemic. Started listening to a lot of subs. I was already listening to binaural beats, so binaural beats, frequencies, and which called binaural beat frequencies and subliminals. They all kind of run together. Sometimes you get all three in a video. You know what I'm saying? So I've been listening to that for a couple of years now, or whatever. Subliminals, at least. And so I just be shopping around. I know that you can't listen to everybody. You know, it's different. But I did my Googles, right? And I asked the great ancestors of Google, and they told me that because I was asking basically like, is that normal to have these kind of dreams, these portal dreams? which is the theme of this reading. We're interpreting a portal dream I had. And I asked the Googles and I said, is that normal after you listen to subliminals to have portal dreams? And it says it's completely normal. Some people have nightmares after listening to subliminals. The subliminal community, we're a very, very like quiet underground community, and we want to keep it that way. We like it that nobody doesn't know. But anyway, I was on this Subliminal Makers channel, and shout out to my girl Guetta, Honey the Boys. She does subliminals, so check out her channel. It's called Honey Subliminals and Tarot. She's also a great subliminals maker. So yeah, anyway, I love to support the subs community. You feel me? So I was just looking at other sub makers and just seeing what's out there and stuff like that. What's new, what's fresh. And I came across this girl. I think her name is Opia, Opia. So I fell asleep listening to those. I had that on my list. And so I don't know if it was her voice or if it was like, no, I don't know if it was her voice or I don't know what voice that was. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking maybe it's just Subliminal Maker's voice. So it just goes to show that you do have to be careful with who you listen to. My dream wasn't necessarily bad, but it was just the fact that I thought I was dead. That's all. It was just like, damn, am I really gone? Like, what happened? But I forgot, because it was so real, I forgot that I'm at home. I didn't go driving. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go anywhere last night. So I forgot, you know what I'm saying? It felt so real. That's why I was like, this has to be one of my dimensional lives because it felt so real, you know? So I was like, damn. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, this is different, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm actually able to remember it too. So, yeah, I just remember just going down the highway and this is not, yeah. So it had to be one of my dimensional lives. It couldn't have been like any other regular dream. This one was very vivid, very vivid. The fact that I'm able to recall it, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was something that I experienced just before I woke up. I was walking towards the portal to go to it and I woke up. So maybe I actually did, or I don't know. I woke up before I got to. Really don't know. But when I went to chitta.com, it said that I have successfully shifted. That I was hesitant to go to the portal, but as soon as I walked towards it, it just the scene just changed and I just woke up. Like as soon as I walked towards the portal to go in it. So maybe I made it. I don't know, but that's what it was saying. The different interpretations, but I mean, we're gonna find out with this tarot reading or whatever. Oh, thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Okay, I have successfully shifted. It's just the fact that I'm not gonna listen to a voice that I don't know. It could have been sabotage. People can set illusions up. People can do that to you. You know what I'm saying? But it was just the fact that it was so real, and I felt like it had to be me living my other dimensional lives because it felt too real. Because I was like, I forgot that I went to sleep in my bed. I was like, I know I didn't go driving around last night, so that's not true. I didn't go driving around last night, but one of my dimensional selves definitely went driving out last night. And bitch, I picked up on that shit, girl. I picked up on that shit. Yeah. I'm glad that I'm able to utilize AI. I mean, some people be taking it way too motherfucking far with shit, but I do use AI as like a tool for storytelling and dream recall. So I actually made an AI video. I tried to describe my dream as much as I could, and I ended up like making a visual. So that's what I'm going to do. I remember having that download last year. I remember having that download last summer to use AI to recall my dreams and astral experiences and stuff like that or whatever. So I was definitely inspired by the dreams I was having at that time. Um, it's just a way, like, basically making videos about it, like dreams reimagined, astral experiences reimagined. And that's what encouraged and inspired me to create Astral Chronicles, which is one of my theme shows. I have many theme shows on my main channel and on this channel and stuff like that. Astral Chronicles is one of my favorites. So Astral Chronicles was something I created last year as well, along with Tales of the Eighth House. I created a lot of different theme shows. I actually created and came up with Tales of the Eighth House last year. So last year was a very, very creative time for me. But Astral Chronicles, that's where I reimagine all of my dreams and astral experiences through the AI. So I use the AI. I was using I think I was using CapCut and I was using something else. But I don't know, some of these AI apps they have you type everything and put in all this work with the prompts, and then as soon as you click for them to create it, they automatically have you like signing up for a subscription. They should have us like, I do know that AI apps are not cheap and they got to make their money, and I'm not hating on the developers, like make your money, man. But I say at least give us a little trial. Give us like a 2 week trial, like CapCut used to do. I was using CapCut and I was enjoying CapCut. I did most of my series on CapCut, but something changed to where I couldn't type in my story times anymore. Like they changed up the whole format and I wasn't able to use it as much. So I stopped using it. But I might come back to it and see what's going on with it if they fixed it. But I wasn't able to just go straight to where I couldn't find where I could type in my prompts. I couldn't find it. But I was using a couple of AI apps after CapCut, and it's just like too much pop-ups. One of them tried to like, I think it was called Wondershare or some shit. One of them tried to take my motherfucking money. They kept trying to run my card. I didn't have nothing on that card. Thank goodness I didn't. No, wait. Actually, I gave them my bank card at first, right? I gave them my bank card at first. And at the time, I had a transfer or whatever. I did on my bank account, and they took money out twice. So I had to get another bank card and all that shit. And then I said, okay, let me give them the dummy card. So I gave them the dummy card so I can continue my trial, or whatever. And they kept trying to run the card. I'm talking about several times a day. They kept trying to run my card. I said, damn. And they weren't supposed to do that. I complained. They kept, okay, I only chose one payment method, right? Why the fuck it kept running all of my payment methods? They're not authorized to do that. So be careful with some of these AI these apps, because it ran every single card. I think Amazon did that to me too. Amazon ran every single card that I had on file, not my preferred method. They only supposed to run the card on the preferred method of choice, your default method, not run every fucking card that you got on file. Like that, you know what I'm saying? So they did that shit too, so you got to be careful. But anyway, yeah, cheetah.com, that one is good for dream interpretation. I think that one, that was helpful to let me know that I did shift and that I was hesitant. But my only reason for being hesitant going through this particular port on this dream was because I heard an unrecognizable voice telling me what to do. I don't know. This person didn't identify themselves or nothing. And at this point in my life, I can't trust certain things. I don't mind having experiences. I'm very fun out there in the astral world. I be having fun. I go to clubs. I have my own house, my own neighborhood, my own car in the astral realm, all kind of stuff. I just be living life, just going shopping, doing this, doing that, like just good stuff, fun stuff. But this particular one, I was just like, I really thought I was dead. I really thought that I was driving somewhere, and I fell asleep at the wheel. So this has to be one of my dimensional selves, my parallel universe selves, or whatever, the different versions. Probably went through that, and I was able to see it and experience it with them. Now, remember, I said that my daughter walks into my dreams? Yeah, she was there. Not in the car with me, not at the gates with me, but in the house where the puddle was, where the portal, the black liquefied dark matter portal was at. And I had an unidentified person that was a loved one. I don't know if that was another version of me or somebody else, but very familiar energy, very comfortable. Didn't look at them at all. So I don't know. I was able to experience it with them. I don't know. So it was interesting. So I made an AI image of it, and I used the YouTube Creator app, which is the only app I use right now. I might go back to CapCut if they fixed everything. I might see what's going on with them, I guess. Because I really do miss making my series and stuff. That was so fun. I did Tales of the Eighth House series, and I did, that was just like bringing awareness, like AI, using AI to like illustrate my downloads and what I was, my think pieces, basically like a visual think piece about the spiritual community, tarot community. And then I had Tales of the Eighth House, The Reckoning Room. That one was actually like a series that I made. It kind of has like a theme of kind of like supernatural revenge theme, kind of like Saw basically. It's like Saw mixed with Tales from the Hood, Tales of the Crypt, Tales from the Crypt type thing, you know. So I enjoyed that theme very much. So once I find a really cool AI app that isn't trying to rob me and something that I like, then I can get back to making my series. So I'm still on the search. So if you guys know any apps that are legit, that are affordable, where I can make movies, AI movies and videos and things like that, let me know. I'm very, very, very interested. I want to continue on making my series, but you guys can check them out. It's all on my channel. Y'all can check it out. I got Tales of the Eighth House. I have visuals and vibes. I have my little spiritual bath vlogs. I have many different theme shows. I have Narc Files. I also have Social Media is Not a Real Place. That's one of my most recent docu-series that I made. I'll be working on Narc Files 13 really soon, and that's going to be perfect. Obviously, I'm going to post it up here because of the number 13, right? The karma, death, Scorpio house, 8th house. So I'm going to obviously post it on here first, on my 8th house channel here, and then later on my other channels. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Oh my God, let's get into this reading. I don't know if I posted up my Taurus reading on here for anybody on here that's a Taurus. If you're a Taurus and an 8th houser, I'm going to post up on my community tab a Taurus reading that I did on my main channel so you guys can check it out. All right, let's go ahead and get into this reading here. Spirit, give me the meaning of my astral experience. Give me the meaning of my astral experience. What did you want me to learn from that astral experience? What was the message? I'm just visualizing the parts of the dream that I remember as I'm shuffling the cards. This is just how I work when I do dream interpretation tarot. I just close my eyes and try to recall the dream as much as I can, at least through sounds, images, and colors. So I just think about the colors I've seen: purple, dark blue, gold, flowers, blue, white. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it now. See? So I think about it as I'm shuffling my cards, and that's how I'm able to do the dream interpretation tarot. All right. What was the message? What was the significance of this astral experience that I'm having? I'm hearing that my subconscious was definitely cleaning itself, especially after listening to Subliminals. It kind of gets rid of the clutter, negative clutter, or any thought forms and things that may have been sent externally or internally. I'm getting. So it's kind of like getting my mind prepared for it, okay? When you have certain dreams, strange occurrences, listening to it. But you also need to be mindful of the subliminal that you're listening to as well. Because we all know some of the controversy that came up in the subs community of certain people putting harmful messages and things like that. So I'm always cautious of that. That's why usually when I find a good subliminal person, I usually stick with them. I stick with a very few small group, but I do try to support some people. So nothing wrong with this young lady here, though. I think I probably need to listen for a couple more days to get like a feel for her type of subliminals and see if it's my thing, you know. But it was just the voice that was tripping me out. So I never had that experience before. But yeah. So I'm thinking of it right now. So what is the significance of this experience? Okay, we got the world card. Yes, it was about going to other worlds. Okay, the first card that comes out is world. So this is about going to other worlds. So I was in another alternate world. I was in another alternate universe. Earth 22 or Earth 7 or some shit like that. Like Earth 37.5 type shit. Like I just, before this reading, I actually saw 222 and 444. 444 through a phone number that was calling me, and it was 2:22 p.m. So this is about, I was definitely in another world, another parallel universe as myself. So I was right. Okay, thank you, Spirit, because they gave me that download too. Like, okay, that's what it was. So I was one of my dimensional selves, fell asleep at the wheel and had a near-death experience. One of my multidimensional selves, yeah. Sometimes when one of your cells die, you can feel it, and they continue on life as usual in another reality. See, just keep splitting and splitting with every decision that we make. It keeps splitting and splitting and creating new worlds and new possibilities, new outcomes. You know how that shit go, right? I love watching movies like this about parallel universes and time travel. I love that stuff. So into it, right? Um, so yes, clarify the world. So yeah, that confirms that. Thank you, Spirit. That confirms that. I was definitely one of my versions of myself had a near-death experience, and I was there to see what they were seeing. Clarify the world. This is talking about a new world, new energy coming through. So that's actually a very positive card. Clarify the world. Dying is a symbol. Death dreams are a symbol. Death dreams, portal dreams are a symbol from going from one world to the next. We got the Queen of Wands. Oh, up in the upright. So this was a desirable reality. Hmm. Maybe I shouldn't have been so scared then. Okay. So the World card is followed by the Queen of Wands upright. So this was a new, going into a new, most desirable of reality. Maybe I was a little hesitant because of the voice I was hearing, and I was worried about death and not being able to come back. Wow. All right, go ahead and clarify, Spirit. That's interesting. Thank you. My other dream, I was scared, but this one, it was because of that voice. That voice threw me off. Like, am I being set up type shit? All right. I may end up asking what was that voice, but let's keep going. I like this flow right now. The World card and the Queen of Wands. So going straight into a desirable reality, a world that I create. That's what the Queen of Wands does. They create big bruja energy. They create, clarify. We got the stars. Oh my God, the star. So we got the world, the Queen of Wands, and the star, all in the upright. So this was a desirable reality. I was in the stars. I was traveling. So definitely traveling through the stars, traveling through star systems. That's what I was doing last night, traveling through star systems here with the star card. Otherworldly travel. We got the world card, the Queen of Wands, and the star, all in the upright. So definitely traveling through different star systems, different realities, different worlds. That's where I was at. I was all over the goddamn place. And it also talks about rising and healing. So this was a portal for me to jump through to have a better outcome. Clarify the star. This was for me to have a better outcome here. So it definitely confirms some type of multi-dimensional traveling here. Where I was this Queen of Wands that was ascending here, going into this particular reality here. Clarify, please. I almost felt like going back to sleep and just doing it. Okay, so we got the Hierophant that comes up. Interesting. Yeah, this was about learning. This was training. This is about higher learning here. And going, yeah, this is about higher learning here. Rising up. So this is the star card, ascending to Hierophant status, healing. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that silence. I had to put it on mute for a minute. Yeah, so it's almost like, okay, yeah, the star card shows rising, like rising, healing, ascension, and then after that comes the Hierophant card. Okay, so was I listening to someone? Let me find out who the voice was. So we have the Hierophant showing me that this was like a learning experience. This was a crash course, an obstacle course, so like a test for me to trust myself or to go into the unknown. Um, at first, I wasn't, it was just the voice that kind of, I don't know, that kind of made me hesitant. All right, Spirit, tell me who the voice that was speaking to me. Who was the voice that was speaking to me and telling me to go through the portal, Spirit? Tell me who this person is and their intentions. Tell me who this person is and their intentions. Who was that voice? Who is that voice, Spirit? Reveal to me who they are and their intentions. We got the Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. This person doesn't want to be known. Four of Pentacles. Clarify, who is this person? We got Four of Wands. It's a four. Something about a four. It's a feminine voice. They don't want to be identified, it seems. But we also have the Four of Wands, so it's nothing really negative here. Clarify? It's both. They're both fours. Of Four of Coins, Four of Wands. Hmm. Definitely a feminine power. Four. We also have the Ace of Cups. This is also Ace of Cups. So we have Four of Pentacles, showing somebody kind of covering and cloaking themselves, right? Somebody covering and cloaking themselves. Then we have the Four of Wands, celebration, 1111. And then we have the Ace of Cups here. I don't know. Maybe this is one of my guides. I see the Ace of Cups in the upright. It's intuition overflowing. This is a feminine. Everything around here is feminine, except for the Four of Wands. Four of Wands talks about celebration and just like, hmm. Okay, let's keep going. It's definitely, it was a feminine voice. Who was the voice that was speaking to me? Seemed like one of my spirit guides. Or something. I don't know. But they never identify themselves, so that's the part I didn't understand. We have the Six of Swords. After the Ace of Cups is the Six of Swords. And that's already a journey within itself, too. That symbolizes a journey, too. This is some kind of chaperone or something. Some type of chaperone, some type of architect, chaperone, or guide. somebody that also travels too, somebody that multidimensional travels as well with the Six of Swords. Interesting. Clarify. Six of Wands. Okay, so I don't pick up on anything bad about this voice that was speaking to me. They didn't identify themselves or anything like that, but they were giving me instructions to go through the portal. So it looked like, based off of these cards, this could be some type of like multi-dimensional traveler just passing through. Somebody very intuitive, a feminine. They hold the Ace of Cups. So we have the Six of Swords followed by the Six of Wands. They were trying to show me the way. Yep, High Priestess pops out right after the Six of Wands. Damn, okay. This is another High Priestess that was telling me this. So this spirit guide that I have is a High Priestess. They multi-dimensionally travel as well. Okay, it makes sense why I see the Hierophant here. Right before I asked who it was that was speaking to me, I got the Hierophant card. Then it was followed by the Four of Pentacles. So it's almost like, yeah, you don't need to know who I am. Just know that I'm benevolent and I'm trying to show you the way. You know, it's not important right now. You know, who I am is not important right now. Just know that, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not one of the bad guys. I was trying to give you instructions, but you misunderstood or something like that. This person's a High Priestess. So I got, in this reading alone, I'm going to tell you the major arcanas. In this reading alone, the first card is the World card. World card, the Star card, then the Hierophant, then the High Priestess. So we got the Hierophant and the High Priestess in this reading. So this was definitely a challenge, an obstacle course. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? Six of Wands. So it's like this person, yeah, this is like an architect. This person's like a High Priestess, multi-dimensional traveling High Priestess. This person goes on journeys quite often. They have a lot of knowledge and information and memory here with this Ace of Cups. A lot of memory, a lot of intuition, a lot of knowledge. They were trying to show me a better way of traveling with the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands. All right, thank you, Spirit. All right, anything else you want to tell me? Okay. We got the Six of Pentacles. So getting support really soon. I'm going to be getting support. And we have Judgment here. We have support and Judgment. Six of Pentacles and Judgment. So there's a lot of sixes here and a lot of fours here. Very much feminine energy here. Six is healing and sustainment. Four is like a fixed energy here. Clarify the Judgment. Why is the Judgment here? So I'm getting some type of help or support. And then after that comes the Judgment. So there's some type of like, I'm getting like a class action suit judgment going in my favor here with this Six of Pentacles followed by the Judgment card. Let's go ahead and clarify the Judgment card. It might be, she was trying to usher me to a reality. I had to die in order to get to this other place. Like I apparently died or something. I had to go through this portal to get to a more desirable reality. This person was a high priestess, like I said, multidimensional travel here. And then, okay, that's that. And then the gist of the dream is telling me that help is on the way here. Six of Pentacles, I'm going to be getting some type of support really soon here. Somebody's not too happy about that. All right, after the Judgment card comes out, the Five of Swords. I'll be victorious, but there's some kind of showdown or battle that I'm going to have to be facing soon here. But I'll be victorious because the Five of Swords is up. I'll be victorious in this battle. So, yes, I'll be getting support in a battle. I'm going to be supported throughout a reckoning or something like that. Okay? There's some type of judgment that's going to be going in my favor. Somebody doesn't like that. There's going to be a judgment going in my favor. I've shifted. I've successfully shifted. And there's going to be a judgment going in my favor here with the Six of Pentacles, getting some type of support coming soon. And of course, I have to pay it forward. But in this, after the Judgment card, this reckoning and awakening, some people aren't going to like that. And I'm going to have these like showdowns with people. You're going to notice that the more you ascend here, it's always something, right? So, but I'm going to be victorious in this battle. Five of Swords. Victorious in this battle. After the Five of Swords comes the Ten of Cups, then the Tower. So it shows peaceful harmony, and then there's some type of unexpected event happens, predicted by a Queen of Cups. All three of these cards came out. Yeah, this battle could be with somebody that's a part of a community or a family or some type of thing here. Could be a part of a family or a community. And it causes a tower moment here. Whoever this showdown that I'm going to have it with this person or with these energies, okay? It's somebody that's within a family or within a community. It's going to cause a tower moment here, okay? Something that I'm going to be able to predict. Queen of Cups. Predicted by a Queen of Cups. Being seen. Like I seen this coming. The tower moment is an unexpected moment, but the Queen of Cups saw it coming. Knows exactly how to move within this community. Oh yeah. I most definitely know how to fucking move. That's why people be trying to do readings on me to figure out how I move. So yeah, I definitely know how to move. We have the Knight of Swords. Yep. So it's like, yeah, after the Tower comes the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. It's like, yeah, I already saw this coming. I know exactly how to move. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the Tower card, then the Queen of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I saw it coming. I know exactly what the fuck to do. Right. So. Maybe that's probably why they wanted me to jump to the portal so I can get away from this shit. Get away from it. But it seems like it's inevitable. This showdown is inevitable, it seems. Even if I was to shift and jump into this new world, new reality, it's new levels, new devils, right? But I know exactly what to do. Knight of Swords. Move very tactfully. Examine everything that I do. Move very tactfully. Have a plan, a purpose. Know exactly what my goals are. Know exactly what the target is. That's how I'm moving about life. So yeah, I successfully shifted. And for that, new levels, new devils. Yep. Speaking of new devils, right after the Knight of Swords comes the Devil card. I just said new levels, new devils. Ain't that crazy? So I'm going straight towards to spar with the devil. Because we spar. We dance. We spar. We chop it up. We have little friendly fades. You know what I'm saying? I'm going straight towards it. Going straight towards it. This Knight of Swords knows exactly how to deal with the devil energy. It's like dealing with a ancient evil for once and for all. That's what it seems like to me. This showdown is from somebody in the community or in a family or something. And it causes a major tower moment, this battle. but I see it coming here with the Queen of Cups. The Knight of Swords, I see it coming and I know what I'm doing. And I'm going straight towards it. Going straight towards this energy because I've danced with it before. I've had friendly fades and unfriendly fades and battles with this energy before. Clarify, spirit, the devil card. Clarify the devil. Yep. And after I go through the devil, like basically with this Knight of Swords is going right through the devil, right through it, right through this devil energy, going right through it, and straight into a Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy, going right into a Knight of Pentacles. Going right into a Nine of Pentacles, not Knight of Pentacles. Going right into a Nine of Pentacles, going straight towards it, knowing exactly how to get what you need to get. So I'm going straight. It seems like I'm going through this energy, this oppressive energy. I'm gonna fight my way through it. I'm battling through it. That's what the Knight of Swords does. They go to war. They got everything set up. They know exactly what they're gonna do. They know how they're gonna get there. They know exactly how to. Like this person knows what they're doing. So that's the energy I'm picking up with. Somebody that's intuitive but also tactful. So this is me going through this devilish energy, this South Node energy. I'm gonna bust right through it, go right through it, and go break right through it, and go straight into a Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on shifting, new levels, new devils, but I'm gonna keep on fighting and keep on shifting. That's not gonna stop. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. That shit ain't gonna stop. Or maybe I should leave it there, huh? Well, clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, being able to balance between two worlds or balance between multiple worlds. I'm going to be able to have what I want in this world and the next world, in this dimension and the next dimension. So it's an ancient evil that keeps battling me through different timelines and different dimensions. It's dealing with the same type of South Node energy, same type of evil. Okay, that's interesting as hell. All right, so that makes sense now. Just looking at over everything. So that voice wasn't trying to do anything to me. It was trying to guide me somewhere, but they don't want me to know who they are just yet. That's what I'm getting here. But it gave me a little bit of a taste. Like, okay, I'm a high priestess. I'm a multidimensional traveler. I know how this shit go. I was trying to show you the way. My bad. I'm not at liberty to tell you who I am right now. Type shit. So, okay, cool. As long as I know you ain't trying to hurt a nigga. Okay. But in order for me, I went through a death in the dream. I went through a death. I had a death dream and a portal dream all at once. Seems like they were trying to get me to go through it. And then the efforts that I've been taking in my waking world to shift and everything. So that was just pretty much what was going on there. All right, so let's go ahead and take these cards out the way. That was a good reading. Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm going to use a little bit of the Tea Life Oracles and I'm going to get up on out of here. But, yeah, that was a good reading, for real. For sure, that was a good reading. Pretty cut and dry, straight to the point. So that's cool. That was good. Okay, we're going to do the Tea Life Oracle as well. This is just a good video to do for my records as well. So, good. All right, that's what Tales of the Eighth House is all about, man. We do a lot of different things. I love dream interpretation tarot. I don't do it as often as I like to. Some dreams and astral experience I keep to myself. But I decided to share this one in particular. Let's go ahead and get into this Tea Life Oracle as we get more into the energy here of my dream. So allow me a few moments while I picture the scenes and the images of my dream. All right, so the first card we got is meditation. That's what I was literally doing, closing my eyes and meditating on the dream. Okay, clarify meditation. Yeah, I probably do need to do. Yeah, I did have a meditation that was on my. I had a Taurus season meditation on my list. I had like a little list and I fell asleep to it. So it had astrology, it had subliminals, and it had a Taurus meditation. Oh, okay, so maybe I need to do more Taurus meditations or Venus meditations or something like that. I did get a download to listen to, for Taurus season, which is my North Node season in the eighth house. I got a download to basically listen to like a lot of Venus frequencies. I always do every zodiac season. I always do something in honor of each season. I embrace the energy and live like them, like each zodiac sign during their season. Okay? Because I'm all the signs. I'm limitless. I'm all the signs. I'm all the last path numbers. All right? We have meditation. We have empathy. So some type of meditation for empaths that I need to do. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can do that. Maybe some type of empathy, empath, binaural beats or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna continue listening to my subliminals. It's kind of like blocking out some of the negative telepathy that I get from other people. It's blocking out negative thought forms externally, internally, wherever they come from. So it helps a lot. See, it says listen. The next card I got is listen. So it's meditation, empathy, and listen. Okay. So I'm going to continue listening to my frequencies and subliminals. Yep. It says listen. Yep. I'm going to continue doing it. And then, of course, the voice that I heard in my dream, I should have listened. But now I know. So I just have to be sure. I have to be on the safe side because you never know what could happen out there in that world. You can get yourself fucked up if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? The whole Alice in Wonderland shit. You got to be careful. So I was just practicing. I was just practicing caution. That's all. You know, as much as I have to deal with these days, and people trying to be in my energy, people always trying to read me, all that shit. Like you just never fucking know. So you just like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, listen. Okay, we got energy and we got Kundalini. Okay, so some Kundalini meditation or okay, and something for the empath and for the Kundalini. Kundalini practice channels energy up the spine to expand the consciousness beyond the physical and mental realms into higher spiritual dimensions. Maybe I'm being called to do some type of Kundalini yoga or Kundalini meditation so that I can expand myself to these other worlds and shit like that. Maybe that'll help me with the travel. Okay. Kundalini yoga, Kundalini meditation, maybe some binaural beats regarding the Kundalini, regarding empath. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. And it says listen, it says energy. We got beliefs. Okay. Yeah, my earthly beliefs, my ego, my earthly beliefs and stuff like that. Sometimes it can limit you out there in that world because you're always cautious. You're always like, So I'm not surprised I see this card. Beliefs. Embrace your beliefs as guiding stars, illuminating the path to your truest self and the depth of your inner wisdom. So just really about trusting myself here, trusting and believing and knowing. Karma at the bottom of the deck. We got a cult, matters involving supernatural and secret knowledge. Yeah, I definitely was being shown some type of secret knowledge or going through some type of like, training or obstacle course. It was definitely a cult. Because that portal was dark matter. It was dark, liquid, and bubbling. It was dark matter. So it's definitely a cult. I got mystic, I got offering, expression, and experience. Okay. hmm Offering, experience. Yeah, she was trying. Spirit guide was trying to give me some type of experience, like a better way of traveling or something like that. Yeah, they were trying to like kind of like being a guide, I guess. This person has a lot of experience. A high priestess, so it could be one of my guides. Experience. Greater self understanding can be achieved through personal exploration of consciousness, thoughts, and emotions. Expression. This is talking about expressive dancing. I just started doing like channel dancing. On my main channel, I spoke about it as well. I think I had dropped a few clips from my Tarot Lambo Chincha. I talked about the channel dancing that I did. Um, I basically channeled my uncle's wake before I even found out that he passed. I was dancing and listening to cultural music and this and that. It just hit my spirit to do it, and I was doing it. And little did I know that my aunt's husband, my uncle, by marriage or whatever, he had passed, and they were having a repast for him, and they were probably dancing, doing the same thing I was doing. I picked up on it before I even knew that he passed. You feel me? So I consider that to be channel dancing. So I find it interesting that I got this expression card, and it shows a woman dancing, doing expressive dancing, like jumping in the air. So that's what I was doing. I was dancing. So that's a new gift that I have. In addition to the channel messages that I give, it's some people can channel songs, channel messages. I channel dancing. So that's a new ability, that a new gift that they offered to me. Hence why I see the offering card. So they offered me this gift. They offered me this experience as a gift. Yeah, I got the card offering, experience, and expression. They were offering me this experience that I just had was an offering itself. It was a gift. So this astral experience was a gift, and I also obtained another gift of channel dancing. And I'm also not only channel dancing, but like channeling what my other dimensional selves are doing, channeling their near death experiences, channeling their gains, even their losses sometimes, even their challenges. All right, one more card and we out of here. How long I've been on here? Yep, I've been on here long enough. All right, I might post this on my TikTok and I'm gonna speed it up. All right, you guys. So one more card. One more card to this. One more card, Spirit, to close out the reading. Thank you. Exhale. Okay, expression and exhale. So this is breath work, singing, and dancing. Okay, so I'm being called to do Kundalini, either Kundalini yoga, Kundalini meditation, meditation for empaths. I'm called to continue to do my channel dancing whenever I feel the need to dance and shake off energy that's being thrown at me to do so. So I'm going to continue expressive dancing and also to sing. I'm being asked to sing and practice breath work as well. Um, so that's pretty much, I guess, what my waking world was showing me. So this is the message for the waking world as well as the dream world, showing me what I can do. I can even do all of this in the dream world too. So basically, the experience that I had was an offering. Okay, I've been offered gifts, and I've been offered this experience to learn how to navigate the different worlds that I was going to, and how to get myself to a better reality, and not to doubt myself, to believe in myself. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna continue, do what I'm doing and just documenting my experiences. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. It's up to my replay play game or whatever. So yeah, that was pretty much the reading right there, y'all. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get what's going on now. Cool. This reading good. It gave me a lot of clarity and shit like that. All right, you guys. So that's pretty much it. My replay play gang is up to y'all. So enjoy the replay of this video, and I hope that you guys get something out of it, so you guys can learn how to interpret your own dreams. Or if you had similar dreams like me, tell me how they went in the comment section. All right, goddess of you, goddess of me. Bye.